Today, Baba says that we children should stay in the intoxication that we are establishing our kingdom by following Shrimat. And if we stayed in this intoxication, in this awareness, then our mercury of happiness would rise. So Baba says you will experience infinite happiness. And Baba says we have to be constantly aware. We have to be constantly aware and in intoxication that we are establishing our kingdom, our golden aged kingdom, by following Shrimat. Now you see that there are two aspects to this. One is actually engaging in the acts that Baba gives, that Baba directs by giving us Shrimat. So one is following the Shrimat that Baba gives, and second is being in the awareness, in the constant awareness that when I'm following Shrimat, then every step I take on Shrimat is making the golden aged kingdom come about. So there are two aspects. One is following Shrimat, and second is staying in the awareness, constant awareness of what following Shrimat is leading to, or what am I creating through this. Now you see, so Baba is talking about the connection between these two and happiness. Now happiness is the product of good karma. Now when you do good karma, you will get the immediate product as happiness. That is the truth, that is the law. But if you are doing very good karma, but you are not mindful or aware that this is so good a karma, then your happiness will be limited by your awareness. Do you understand this? Yes. So sometimes you may do very good karma, but you are not in the awareness that you are doing really good karma, and you can do very good karma in very ordinary consciousness. And then your happiness, so although you will get the benefit of that karma, of course whatever you do, you will reap the benefit of that or return of that. But then the instant fruit of happiness you will not get if you're not doing it in awareness. So you have sown the seed of good karma, and of course you will get the fruit of it, and nobody can stop that. But then if you're not doing it in that awareness, that intoxication, then you will not feel the happiness of it. Let me give you an example which will make it clear. For example, in the world you see, people are doing pap karma. Yes, but is everybody becoming sad or sorrowful when they are doing pap karma? No, they are doing it in happiness, right? Because when they are doing pap karma, they are thinking it is right karma. They are thinking, what can I do? What else can I do? It is my situation, it is my circumstance that is making me do it. So you feel like a victim, or you don't feel sorrowful. So this is how, but when you have done pap karma, will you not get the return of it? You will get the return of it. But then is it making you sad instantly? No. It is not giving you instant sorrow, but it is giving you long-term sorrow. Yes, so instant sorrow and instant happiness are a subject of awareness also. And long-term gain or long-term loss is a subject of the quality of karma. So, of course, whatever we are doing, so Baba has given us the law that Baba gives us Shrimat, and Shrimat makes us establish the golden aged kingdom. So, whatever we are doing on Baba's directions is leading to the establishment of the golden aged kingdom. And the law says that those who create that golden aged kingdom will go to that golden aged kingdom and rule. That is the law. So the creator will be the sustainer. Those who create will be the ones who sustain. Brahma will become Vishnu. The creator will become the sustainer. That's the law. So if we are creating Satyug through our thought, word and act, when our thought, word and act is on Shrimat, then we are creating Satyug. When our thought, word and act is on Ravanmat, then we are creating Kaliyug. This is the law. And yes, when we are keeping our thought, word and act in alignment with Shrimat, then we are definitely creating Satyug. We will go to Satyug, we will rule there. But whether that will make me instantly happy is the subject of awareness. Yes, just like I told you about Pap Karma. So Baba says that now just think about all the great people in the world. Now think about a scientist who is actually creating something very useful for society, who is creating a technology which will be very useful for society. Now, when that scientist is doing that, what is he doing? Very ordinarily, he is going to his lab, sitting all day, having 100 attempts that fail, and seeing failure more than success, and every day repeating the same pattern, same lab, same test, same experiment, same failure, same success. But then, what is it that keeps him happy? What is it that keeps him going? It is that awareness of what he is doing, the end goal. And even when we are living in a impure world, and we are living with souls in very ordinary consciousness, and when we are following Shrimat also, we are doing it in a very ordinary setting. And there is actually no so just think about getting up at Amrit Vela, fighting your sleep, and then sitting in Baba's remembrance, half asleep, half awake. But then, when will you enjoy Amrit Vela? When will that Amrit Vela give you happiness? So you see, this Amrit Vela, and when you are doing yoga, that yoga is purifying you. But then that effect of purity you will see later. You cannot see it instantly. Can you see the effect of purity instantly? No, you can't see that, because the purity is this much and the impurity is this much. So then the impurity kind of conceals the purity. You cannot see it. But then how do you keep yourself going? How do you feel happy while following Shrimat? So that feeling will come from awareness. When you know what you're doing, when you know what it's leading to. Anybody you see in this world, people who are happy and motivated, they are not happy and motivated by what they are instantly getting from what they are doing, but they are happy and motivated because they hold in their awareness of what they will get eventually. Yes, just think about a student who goes to study medicine for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. I don't know how long it takes. So, they are completing their postdoc and specialization and this and that. And then just think about how they stay happy all the time by thinking that one day they'll become a doctor. So, you have to hold it in your awareness, what you're going to become and what you are creating, what is going to be created through this. And there are many people who ask me sometimes, or I'm sure every sister who is an instrument must be being asked that what actually keeps you people happy and motivated. So then, the simple answer is that we every day, we are very aware of what we are doing and what we are creating through this. We are not doing anything huge. It's just, every day you're listening to class, doing yoga, or staying in purity, or doing something. So, and every BK, whether they are instrument souls or not, they are doing this. And every BK is an instrument soul. So Baba says that when you're doing all of this, what is your awareness? Yes, and one day, once there was a sister who stayed in the center for some time, and then she would just do everything like she's doing a job. And there was no happiness. She was just do everything, but and she was good at work. She was really resourceful. She was doing a lot of seva, but no happiness. And then one day I made her sit down and I said, why do you think you're surviving? You're not here for survival, are you? You're here to create Satyug. You're doing that. Do you understand that? So she said, I don't know. I don't think like that. So I said, start thinking like that. You are not doing, or you may be doing seemingly ordinary work. But this seemingly ordinary work is creating heaven on earth. And if you're not holding it in your awareness, then there is no intoxication. There is no happiness. There is no joy. So this is what Baba is underlining today. And when Baba says, you are creating your kingdom by following Shrimat, then what is the Shrimat that Baba is giving for us to follow? The first Shrimat is, consider yourself to be a soul and remember me. So easy Raj Yoga is the first Shrimat. So am I following Shrimat? Now you cannot be intoxicated just like that. So both these things have to go together. You have to follow Shrimat and then hold in your awareness also. If you're not following Shrimat, then no good karma, how will it create happiness? So, do you consider yourself to be a soul and remember Baba? And let me tell you first thing that you cannot naturally consider yourself to be a soul and remember Baba without making special effort for it initially. And I have been on this path for now a good 17-18 years now. And let me tell you that even today, you need to stay, even if I'm not making great effort, at least I have to stay in attention. And if I'm not in attention, then I am a soul and remembrance of Baba will slip away. It's a very slippery thing. So Baba says, are you following Shrimat? Are you taking out the time? Are you sitting specially to churn on this, to create that state? And the most important direction is wake up at Amrit Vela and practice that I am a soul and sit in remembrance of Baba. So the first effort for following Shrimat is getting up at Amrit Vela. And I have not seen anybody who who could consider themselves to be a soul and remember Baba without getting up at Amrit Vela. I'm yet to see that person. So that's not happening. So are you following Shrimat? Are you getting up and doing the practice? Because every research is done in silence. And you need you need external and internal silence to have this practice, to experiment with this. And only in the wee hours at dawn in Amrit Vela is there internal and external silence. And only then can you practice this. When during the day, when your ego, your body consciousness is fully active, then you try considering yourself to be a soul. Impossible. Yes, once you have started playing roles, the role of a mother, wife, brothers, husband, son, then very difficult to go back to being a soul. But if you have laid the foundation in the morning, then you can go back to what you created in the morning. But if you have not laid the foundation, very difficult to go back to that. So Baba says, first thing is consider yourself to be a soul and remember Baba. Second thing Baba says is keep this knowledge in your awareness. So this knowledge is the fuel which makes you have yoga, which makes you, pay attention to virtues, which makes you do seva. So fill yourself with the fuel every day. Everyday murli. And we don't even, although we are all jnanis right now, but then it is, you cannot even discern how much the impact of what you hear and see is on your psyche. So sometimes you think that whatever Baba is saying in the murli. So that's not true, because every day Baba is giving very new points. And B, even if Baba is revising certain points, those are important to revise. And if you don't revise them, by listening to the murli, you will not revise them. And if Baba is making us revise certain points, then it is important to revise it. And without listening to the murli, you will not revise those points. So even this simple point that you started out as a deity soul and then you got corrupted and then you are a Brahmin and then you're going to become a deity, will you revise it if you don't listen to the murli? In the murli, Baba makes us revise it. And if you are not attentive in the murli also, you will miss these points. And it will not get reinforced in your intellect. Yes, have you seen little children? You give them, you tell them to practice and A, B, C is written and they keep drawing lines over and over again on it. And that's how they learn to write. And this is a new knowledge. Until and unless, so if Baba is giving a certain new point, that new point is necessary to know. And if Baba is revising an old point, that revision is very, very necessary. And you must listen to every point that Baba speaks with the same attention, same enthusiasm every day. And if you're not listening to it, it is not getting reinforced. And what is the way to change your intellect? This is the only method. Hearing, seeing, these are the methods. So Baba says that, every day listening to the murli with attention not just listening to the murli, but with complete attention listening to the murli is Shrimat. And when you're doing that, then you're changing your, your awareness, your attitude, everything. And through that, you're changing what you're radiating into the atmosphere, you are changing your actions, you are changing your thought processes, you are changing your discernment. So this is also Shrimat. And then third Shrimat, pay attention to divine virtues. Yes, are you paying attention to divine virtues? Now the first virtue is purity. Yes, if you want to start with some other virtue, it's not going to work. A soul that engages in lust, a soul that engages in impure, that eats and drinks impure food, that soul, even if you want to be sweet, you can't be sweet. Impossible. So first virtue you have to pay attention to, and every day you have to pay attention to it. And do you understand that impurity is like, impurity is so subtle. The moment you're not aware, impurity is entering you. So, are you paying attention to what you are hearing, what you are seeing? Every sense organ has to be pure all through the day. Are you paying attention to divine virtues? Are you paying attention to engaging in actions, only those actions in which deities would engage? So Baba says, are you following Shrimat? If you're following Shrimat, then you're creating Satyug and you will reap the fruit of it. And if you're following Shrimat and remaining in awareness of it, you will be very happy. Then fourth thing Baba says is, do seva, create mechanisms. And it is not, so sometimes, so most of you are sitting online and there is, so when you are sitting online, then you have to understand that if you want to do seva, you have to have certain pictures in your drawing room. Because when souls come to the center, then people come to know, because they dress up in white and they put a badge and they come to center. So in and around, people come to know that these are BKs. Yes, because you're leaving home in that dress and stuff. So that also becomes an aspect of seva. But when you're sitting at home and listening to murli or following Baba's Shrimat, then other people don't know. So how do you tell them you are a BK? So first they have to figure out who you are, and then only you can share knowledge or share Baba's introduction with them. So how do you do that? So if you don't have pictures in your drawing room, if you are not keeping Baba's picture or the picture of the cycle or the picture of the 84 birth journey or nothing, then how do you give Baba's introduction? Yes, so if you want to do seva, then you have to first declare you are a BK. Yes, can you serve as a policeman without people knowing you are a policeman? No. Doesn't work like that. So you have to, and you can wear white, you can wear a badge, those who are following full dharana, those who are maintaining purity, celibacy, and waking up at Amrit Vela, listening to daily murli, and you can ask for a badge. We will give you the badge also. So you have to, keep that form of yours as a BK. And you have to be an instrument for seva. And how do you become an instrument for seva? When you look like a sevadhari, talk like a sevadhari, act like a sevadhari. So Baba says, you have to do seva also. And then anybody who comes to you, comes to your place, they will know and they will talk to you about these matters. And people, even if they are just trying to engage in light conversation, they will pick up these points and, what do you people do? What do you believe in? What do you practice? They will start talking about these things. And then, of course, they have all preconceived notions, so they will talk about that also. And then you can clear the air and give them Baba's introduction and tell them what's your true purpose and everything. And then you can introduce them to the next course, which happens every month online. So Baba says, this is also following Shrimat. If you're not giving Baba's introduction to anybody, and how will anybody take an introduction from you? They have to see you. They will see you. They don't know Baba. They will see you. And when they are impressed by you, and let me tell you, the soul is not only impressed by external things, but then if you are really in dharana and you have that power of purity, they will be impressed by you. They will be drawn towards you. And then you can give them Baba's introduction. I remember there was this one Mata, and she used to also attend online, and she used to wear white every day. Every day at home she would be dressed in white, and she didn't put the badge because she didn't have one, I think, but she wore white. And then one day her in-laws were coming, and then she prepared all the food herself. So she prepared all the savories she prepared, not just simple food, but every delicacy she prepared on her own, offered bhog to Baba, and then offered it to them. And then they said, we are very angry with you. You didn't sit with us for even a minute. And you were all the time cooking, and you wanted to avoid us probably. This is what the BKs are teaching you, and that's why you consumed yourself in the kitchen, and then you didn't come out. And they said all these things to her, and then she said, no, I really love you and I care for you. That's why I prepared everything myself. You know how it is these days. Everything outside is so impure and polluted, and I wanted to make sure that you have pure food cooked in Baba's remembrance, that which is offered bhog. And then her mother-in-law, she kissed her in the forehead, and then she said, I didn't know you love me so much. And then she said, okay, so when you come from now on, I will not stop you from, offering bhog to Baba or doing whatever you like. So you see, these are the ways in which you serve when you're living in the household. And very little things, they help. Even if you are, even if somebody is in trouble and you're just telling them, just forget everything and know that you're just a point of light. They will practice it. Let me tell you, anybody who is searching for water, even if they have one drop of it, they will use it. Have you seen somebody who is searching for water and they have one drop and they will waste it? They will not waste it. But they have to be thirsty. And if you give them that one drop of water, just, in a very casual conversation, you tell them that whenever you are upset or your mind is all over the place, you just sit in silence and know that you're just a point of light, nothing else. You're all peace. And then, they will practice it because that's the only drop they have for holding on to. And Baba says, but you have to, that vibration of purity, that vibration of discipline, that vibration, that personality has to radiate from you for somebody to listen to you. So Baba says that keep your personality intact all day. Know that you are a sevadhari 24/7. We at the center, what is our swaman all day? We are on service. Yes. So you could be on service anywhere you are. It is the Swaman that matters, not the place. Yes, so where you live, that could become a Sevasthan. But you have to be in that Swaman. Then fourth thing Baba says is, you have to be, so in the world you see, whenever a religion starts or a guru comes, then many followers flock to them very easily. And in some days, they have a big following. But Baba says here it doesn't happen like that. Because here you have to follow purity while living in the household, and purity of every kind. And this is Baba's Shrimat. And Baba says, when you follow Shrimat and when you stay in this intoxication, in this constant awareness that I'm creating my golden aged kingdom by following Shrimat, then you will feel infinitely happy. And what is the biggest treasure these days? Happiness. Yes, in this world, what do you not have? You have everything. Yes, people have money, people have status, power, everything. But nobody has happiness. And if you have that, then your Sangam Yuga is, successful. And then when you're creating Satyug, you will go to Satyug, so your future is also taken care of. So this is one thing that Baba talks about. And then second thing Baba today talks about is, do not sulk. What is sulking? What we call rootna in Hindi. So, you just get upset over something. So Baba says, Ravan has taught you to get upset. Yes, getting upset is a sanskar. Yes, and when you have a sanskar, do you know, when you have a reason, you create a sanskar, and then your sanskar doesn't need a reason, it finds its reason. So when you create a sanskar, then you say, this happened, that happened, and then I did this, then I did that, and so I created this sanskar. So you blame your circumstances. But then when you have created a sanskar, then you don't even need circumstances. That sanskar attracts circumstances, and that sanskar gives you the logic that there is a circumstance for you to get upset even when there is no reason. Yes, and Baba says that Ravan has taught you to get upset, to sulk, and I am giving you consolation. I'm consoling you. So I'm telling you there is nothing to get upset about. And do you get upset about or do you sulk about anything? So Baba has given us the knowledge that drama is accurate. And whatever is happening in the drama is accurate. So how can you sulk about something that's accurate? So Baba says, even in the Brahmin family, if there are 10 BKs and you are asked your opinion, and then you give your opinion, and then one opinion is selected and another is not selected, then those whose opinion is not selected, they also sulk. So Baba says, why are you sulking? It's whatever is best was chosen. And it's okay. You gave your opinion and you earned your marks in giving your opinion. And all this is a habit that you have created. And we come with these habits. And when we come with these habits, we have to see that these habits change in the BK path. We don't have to continue doing the same thing and then, corrupting the atmosphere in the Brahmin family. So this sulking, getting angry, getting irritated. So, even getting angry, what is the logic of getting angry? You get angry about something that has already happened. Now, if that has already happened, your getting angry is not solving anything, but you're still getting angry. Because that's your habit. You're not getting angry because of a reason. You are getting angry because that's your habit. And Baba says, just try keeping calm when you are having anger, and you will see it makes no difference. In fact, it betters the situation. So Baba also makes us aware that these are all habits that we have brought from the path of Kali Yuga, and we don't need to continue with these in the Brahmin family. Okay, Om Shanti.